What up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. Before you do anything else, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, let's get down to business. So, a lot of you guys know that training camp is right around the corner, right? So we've been worrying about the roster, how the breakdown is going to fit. We have a lot of young talent on this team. So how is it going to shake out in the end, right? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a two-part series based on what I think the roster breakdown could be. So this is like a preview, pre-camp version of what I think the 53-man roster will be. All right, so what we're going to cover today is the offensive side of the ball. Let's get it. Now we're going to talk about the quarterbacks first, right? Because that's the most important job on the field. I know that it all starts up front, but your guy calling the signals, your ultimate leader, is important. And we already know who our starter is at the position. Like Dak is already penciled in. But what I wanted to do was, when I look at these positions, we're going to go from what happened in 2018 to what our needs are this year in 2019. And so last year we held 3 quarterback positions because, well, obviously we had just drafted Mike White. And then we had Cooper Rush, who we still had question marks about. And I think that what they did was they saved the roster spot because they wanted to keep one of the guys safe in case they developed into what we would like to think is a solid backup quarterback. And so this year, though, I don't believe that it's going to be the case. I think that we probably carry 2 quarterbacks. Maybe the quarterback isn't on this roster, but I think Cooper Rush and Mike White are going to battle it out for that backup position, and we only carry 2 quarterbacks this year, opposed to 2018 when we carried 3. So that's a camp battle that I look forward to. Everybody's looking forward to. Right now, nobody's really in front of the other, but with John Kitna there, we're going to really see, I believe, the best that we're going to get out of these 2. Next position we're going to touch on is the running back position. And as you guys know, our RB1 is Ezekiel Elliott. Well, that's until he holds out or does whatever the hell he's going to do. But now the running back position is crucial, being that Zeke could hold out, and we've been hearing that. But we've ultimately known that we had to lower the load for Zeke anyway. So this is why I believe this year we carried 3 running backs opposed to last year where we just had Rod Smith as his backup to start the year. So I believe that those guys will be Tony Pollard, which we've been hearing a lot of great things about, and I think that Mike Weber edges out Darius for that third running back spot. So we'll definitely see what happens there. There's a couple of other running backs out there, but I mean, if you ask me, I think that the top 3 that I think are going to be penciled in are Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, and Mike Weber. Now, fullbacks is something that I had a hard time with, and this is a position that's a flex position. They can decide to keep it, they can decide to not. But last year, Jameez Olawale was the fullback they kept on the roster. And I believe that it's not just about being a fullback. I believe that his special teams capabilities help them as well. So I think that they find him a value right there. And then if they want to punch it in, we have the fullback. But we obviously didn't use our fullback in our offense last year to full capability. But if we decide to go fullback, I think we will have one. But there is, I guess, a fullback they just signed in Ryan Juracek, who had a lot of catches at Marshall. So, maybe we see something there. Maybe it's something that they want to exploit. Maybe he's just a camp body. Maybe they want to see how the fullback looks in our offense before they decide to make a decision. But for me, I think they keep a fullback. I think it'll probably be Jameez Olawale, but we'll see. Now, tight ends, this is a position right here where, I had a little bit of tough time of a breakdown as far as do we keep 3 or do we keep 4? And the way that my roster shakes out compared to 2018 when they started and 2019, it looks like we can keep 4 tight ends. So you're looking at Witten, Jarwin, Schultz, Gathers, and they all offer different things. I think Jason Witten offers that reliable tight end that can get you 3rd and 5s and down the distance and stuff like that. I think Jarwin can offer you a little bit more plays down the field, a little bit more athletic things. I know that Schultz is reliable when it comes to blocking. And also keep in mind that these guys will be key special teams contributors as well. So, and I think that that's one reason that Rico is so valued with them. I know that Rico has the X factor where he has his athleticism, and sometimes it just looks like he bullies guys out there. But I don't think that they necessarily need him for that, and he's cheap enough for where they can keep him on the roster. They have that value. They can use him on special teams, and they can just have him there just in case we need him. So I think that we carry 4 tight ends like we did last year. The difference is we swap out Jason Witten for Jeff Swain, which, if you look at it, that is an upgrade. Even if we are getting the old-ass Jason Witten, I still think we got a little bit better at the tight end position, even if we carry 4. Now, wide receivers is where it gets a little murky. See, your top 3 positions are solid right now. We already know what they are. We got Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Randall Cobb. There's no need to even talk about that. But see, the way that I look at it, as last year we carried 6 wide receivers, I think we carry another 6 this year, right? So, but you have competition for those 3 spots. You have Tavon Austin, you have Cedric Wilson, who's coming off of an injury last year, who we had high hopes for. We got Noah Brown, who's considered a veteran on this team now, being that we are a young team. He's been around quite a while. You got John Vea Johnson, who's a rookie, who is making waves. A lot of people like his abilities, like what he could offer, like his upside. You got Lance Lenore, who really, this is Lance's last chance for you right now. Chance you actually. And so, like, really, he's been around the club for 2 years, this being the 3rd. So he's really got to put up or shut up at this point, because there, in my eyes, there are 3 spots left. And then you got Jalen Guyton, who's a rookie coming in, has some nice size on him, a guy that could very well replace Noah Brown if he picks up the offense and picks up things. Now, that's a big if. I personally think he's on the outside looking in, but we'll see. I know that a lot of people are high on him, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys vying for 3 positions. So that right there makes all the reps in training camp, all the one-on-ones, that much more valuable. And if one of these guys goes down, you know, the best ability is availability. And, you know, that right there is the only reason we're even thinking about Tavon Austin being on the short list when it comes to these 6 guys. So health is very important. And last but not least, we have the big uglies. We have the offensive linemen. Last year we carried 9. I believe we carried 9 again. And it's funny because I believe this is the most solidified position as far as battles go that we have. I think we got 8 solid guys right now that are going to make the roster, barring injury. You got Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Travis Frederick. Welcome back, Travis Frederick, by the way. We have Zach Martin. We have Collins. We have Fleming. We have Joe Looney. We have Connor McGovern, which really solidifies that 8th position. And I think that he could battle for a position. But when you're looking for that 9th position, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that are going to be battling for it. You have Redmond, Larry Allen Jr., Suafilo. You have Wichman, who's a guard. And then you have Mitch Hyatt, who really is on the outside looking in right now, but I just added him there because, you know, he won a lot of lineman awards as a senior. So, you know, he obviously has the talent. We'll see if he has the technique. We'll see if he picks up things fast. But, again, that's 5 guys fighting for 1 position. And I didn't mention anybody going to practice squad. That's probably a good spot for guys like Hyatt, guys like Guyton, people like that. But as I wrap this thing up, this is the breakdown. We have 2 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, 1 fullback, 4 tight ends, 6 receivers, and 9 offensive linemen on the offensive side of the ball. So I think that that's pretty accurate as to probably how we move forward, right? So next week, I'm probably going to continue the defensive side of the ball. Let this marinate a little bit. Let's have a little bit of discussion. What do you guys see as your roster breakdowns, all right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, guys. Peace. And make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my man Gorilla Team ATL with these fly beats in the background throughout the whole thing, man. Make sure you set that channel off over there as well. Gotta share the love when I get love. All right, guys. Again, peace.